So welcome everyone to another acoustic guitar tutorial, and today we're going to do one of my favorite songs, A Place in the Sun by Stevie Wonder. And this is such a beautiful song, but it's originally on piano, so I really couldn't find it anywhere for a tutorial. So this will be, I think, like the first one for acoustic guitar on YouTube. So, and I really am excited to share it with you. There's a few ways I play it, like the way I have it on my channel is with a pick, and that's the way I'm going to show you today. But there's an awesome way that I play it since then that I figured out, and I like to play it that way. I'll show it to you real quick just so you can see. If you'd like to learn to play it this way, let me know. And if you can't figure it out, I'll make a tutorial just on the finger picking way of playing it. But for finger picking, I would play it like this, like so. Okay, so something like that, like a long, lonely stream, I've been running towards a dream. Okay, so that's the way I would play it finger picking, and if you want to know that way, let me know. I'll put another tutorial on just with the finger picking that way. But this is the way I have it on the channel already, so I'll show you with the pick. So we'll be using a pick, alternate picking, of course, right? And I have this guitar tuned down a half a step. That's the way I usually play and sing it. Why? Because Stevie Wonder has a super awesome high voice, and it's really, really tough to sing in the original key, for me anyway. And so I tune it down a half a step. So this is tuned down to E flat. I tune down a half a step. You can put a capo on the first fret and play it if you want to play it in the original key. So we're going to start out. Let's get right into it. Start out with the open fourth string. Put your second finger on the second fret of the third string, and then bar the first fret of the second and first strings with your index finger. So like this. It's like the bottom of an F major chord, okay? Bottom of an F major chord, but with the D, so the open fourth string. And you're gonna pick really, really simple, right up and down. So 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And just like that. And then come to the top of a G chord. So this is a G chord without the bottom strings on, because you're going to play them. It sounds beautiful. So on the G chord, you're playing 6, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So together. And I kind of get right into the rhythm of the song from there. So I forgot to tell you the G. The G is just the third finger on the third fret of the sixth string, second finger on second fret of the fifth string. Then you come to a C chord. Third finger on the third fret of the fifth string, second finger, second fret, fourth string, open third string, first finger, first fret, second string, open first string. Then I kind of pick the bass notes twice, down up, and then down up on the whole chord. So, like that. Picking the fifth string, and you can hit the other notes a little bit if you want. So like that, 2 up and down on the fifth string, and then down up on the whole chord. So. And then same thing when I move down a little bit. So I bring my second finger on the second fret of the fifth string, keep the first finger where it is, just take off the third. And then same thing here. So you want to emphasize that bass note because it's the nice running down part. So then this second finger, second fret, fifth string. And then I come to the A minor. So let me show you how that goes first before we get back to that. So. And then come to the A minor. So A minor is open, fifth string, then third finger on second fret of fourth string, second finger on second fret of third string, and first finger on first fret of second string. But this time you bring your pinky on the third fret of the first string. So the way you strum the A minor is down up, but again you try not to hit that pinky note yet. So just the upper notes of the A minor. And then you add, then down up again, but adding in the pinky. So down up, down up. So down up, just on the upper note. Down up on the pinky note. And then the whole thing up, down, up, okay? So like this. And then it gets right back into the verse. So let's go through that beginning real slow. So. Okay, a little faster. And then it starts getting choppy after that, so. Okay, you get some rhythm in it, so how it goes is it goes back to that first chord, same thing, except this time, I try to mute the 5th and 6th string with my thumb so I don't play those notes. So I'm just playing the bottom 4 strings. Yeah, you can try to do that with your thumb if you can, or just try to be accurate with your strumming. That's fine too, whatever you choose. I find it's easier to mute them. So we're going to go down, up, mute. So, and that's going to be basically the strumming pattern for the whole song. So down, up, mute, up, down, up, mute, up, down, up. That's the rhythm. So. So you're either going to be playing down, up, mute, up, down, up, like this. Or if there's more muting, sometimes I mute a little more often to give it a little more rhythm. I'll go like that. Okay? So either without the second mute or with it. So, okay? Or you can go. So when you go up, down, up, it would go up, mute, up. That's the only difference, right? So this is the way it goes. And then down to the G chord again. Now when you're playing it for the verse, you can play the open one like this. You can play the same one as the intro, or you can come to the full G chord. Like that, so. So I like to play the full G chord. It's up to you. You don't have to play the full G. I think it sounds a little better, those higher notes, but up to you, okay? Like you don't have to play the high string either. You can just play a 3rd finger. So find what works for you. You can play open. I kind of just mute the bottom string if I'm going to play it without the fingers on the bottom. When after the G, it comes down to that C part, that before we were picking just the 5th string, right? Like that. But I don't do it that specifically now. So this time I just strum down up on the top notes, so try to get the bass notes mostly, and then down up on the whole chord. So. Okay? So. And then again, same thing as before. You move the 2nd finger to the 2nd fret of the 5th string. And then the A minor with the pinky on the 3rd fret. And again, you try to just hit the bass notes, the top strings, because that pinky is very distinct, and you want to hit it afterwards. So, right? So you can do it just strumming, or you can do it with a mute, right? So down, up, just on the bass notes, the deeper notes of the A minor. So down, up, mute. Then the high strings, up, down, up. Like that. And then back into the 1st chord, so it starts again, so. And then the G. And then this time, instead of going down those notes from C, 2nd finger on 2nd fret of the 5th string, A minor, instead of doing that, it just holds on C. And same thing, down, up, mute, up, down, up. So. then to an F chord. And F we've probably gone over before. It's actually, the bottom is the same as the first chord we play. So it's the thumb on the first fret of the 6th string, third finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, pinky on the 3rd fret of the 4th string, your second finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, first finger barring the 1st fret of the 2nd and 1st strings. Right? So just down up, that's all. So C, down up on the F, down up mute, and then back to the C. So down up for the C. So it's kind of like you're finishing the same strumming pattern, but just using the F for the first down up mute part, okay? So I'll play that whole verse for you now so you can hear what it sounds like. Like a long, lonely stream, I've been running towards a dream. So those, when you're coming down from the C, those you just go down up on the deep notes, down up on the whole chord. You don't use the muting. So, or I don't. You can if you want to. You can figure it out, or you do that. So, moving on, first chord, G. Moving on, C. F, C. So just like that. So whole thing. Like a long, lonely stream, I've been running towards a dream. Moving on, moving on. Second verse. Like a branch on a tree, I keep reaching to be free. Okay? So that's the whole thing keeps repeating itself, like for the whole song. Moving on, comes back to the verse again, and there's a place in the sun. And when he gets to this one part, I don't put this in a song. It's a really cool part though, because he's such a beautiful, loving person, like Stevie Wonder, such a bright energy, right? So you play the same thing for the part when he talks. If you ever heard the real song, he goes, you just play the same verse. He goes, when times are bad and you're feeling sad, I want you to always remember, yes, there's a place in the sun, and before my time is done. So that's how he does that part. It's the same thing. He just like talks over it, and then he comes into the chorus, which is beautiful. It's so wonderful, the melody. And so that's the whole song. At the end, the way I end it is I just come back to the beginning again, right? So the intro, I play the intro again, like, you go through the chords. And then, so at the end, to finish it off, I just come back to the intro. So it'll be like... That's how I end it, okay? So if you have any questions about the song, if anything was unclear, or if you want to know that finger picking version, which is all the same chords, it's just that we play it a little differently, so it's a little more mellow, like if you're playing in like a coffee shop or something like that. And I like the rhythm a little better because you're kind of like muting in between with your hand. It just to me it sounds a little more nice and chill, so like... If you want to know that version, let me know and I'll put the finger picking version on here. Right? So until next time, take care and happy practicing. Be patient with yourself. Take your time and enjoy practicing. Enjoy learning. Right? See you next time.